A lot of people feel like the world is changing rapidly. I agree with that. It was like a Battlefield commercial just came on. I'm like, someone in my house? Okay. So, yeah, there is a lot of changes happening in the world. Um, what can you control? Can you control what other people do? No. Can be. Can you even influence what other people do? I would say no. I would actually say no. You can't influence what other people do. You can only create scenes where people make conscious and subconscious decisions and interact with those scenes. I don't feel like we actually influence anybody. There is definitely suggestions. People can suggest. Even if they say, buy this now, do this right now. It's just the deepest, strongest, most intense command. It's actually just a suggestion. Because in the end, whether we do it or not is determined by our choice. And so, even if we're in a suit, right, and the suit is controlling our hands, it's like constricting our hands, forcing things to do, maybe it's to squeeze oranges to make orange juice. It's like controlling. It's like I'm going to resist this with every ounce of my being. If you keep resisting it enough, you'll probably get an embolism or a heart attack or knock yourself out from pure stress overload. Um, Seizure will probably kick in, followed by death if you just literally resisted it to the nth degree with all your might. Or your bones might break. And if your bones break, and it's not even you anymore, then it's just a machine is doing it. So you're not even really squeezing that orange juice. So I say we don't actually do anything except suggest, and I don't even feel like we're influence anybody. So that's probably a lot for some people to swallow. But I definitely feel, from my experience, it's much closer to the truth. Um, so people feel so stressed because we're used to um, having very clear structure and very limited amount of control over our own lives. We're not used to it. I think that's why there's so many people are like asking interesting questions now, right? Like, well, how do I do that? It's like, how do I how do I learn how to read better? Right? How do I learn how to do math better? Remember when like all these things like reading, math, science, spirituality was looked down upon as kind of like, oh, if you're super spiritual, then you're spirituality nut. If you're super into math, then you're a nerd. Now it's like everybody's like, well, I want to make more money. I want to have more time to do what I want to do. Maybe I need to know more stuff. The videos I was watching on Quabala was definitely talking about how once there's like a little, what's called a, what did he say? It was a, it was almost like a seed or it was basically like when a person has this kind of like little seed of like its first, I know the word perfection is more of like a Buddhist term, but like there's this little seed of, okay, this is the right thing to do for me and for the world kind of thing. And then once that person has that, then it's like it starts to evolve a lattice work or whatnot. Because like once you get that taste, it's kind of like, okay, let's see what else. Let's see what else is out there. And then it becomes like, and it affects other people. And I think one of the examples of that in society would be like the people who worked towards open sourcing and making 3D art programs more available, helped people get access to more 3D art software in order to make solutions for other people, which makes it so they want to create solutions. And a very specific example would be the guy who's a very young man who's making the artificial limbs for people. He's making these uh, prosthetic hands. He started with prosthetics, and then they became actually like usable hands and arms. And then now they're stepping up to another level where they're they could be used by amputees, people who were born without limbs, and then they can even be controlled by brainwaves now. So that DARPA and this other guy are, I don't know if they're working together on the brainwave thing, but they're definitely, it's like a both the defense industry and private medical industry are coming up with solutions to help people overcome pretty like previously overwhelming obstacles. Like, you were missing an arm, there was only a couple options, either a prosthetic just for looks or a like a hook type thing. And now you have people that are like literally with arms that only go down to here, and you're seeing, like, I saw the DARPA video of this guy eating cereal, or this other young man was with his video, like I think he was like 26, 27, and he's literally like changing the whole industry on how artificial arms and hands are being done, taking them from like, you know, $100,000 things where people would have to use their insurance and maybe even go into debt to have like a mediocre prosthetic to fully functional adaptations. And you know, for, I think he's trying to make them either minimal cost or free, like a charity kind of thing. So talking mind-blowing stuff. And so that's, I'd say, would be the example where it's like the initial seed is, you know, the people or groups of people that want to make 3D art more available for people to use, and then the result of that is greater completion of other seeds, where this person's seed is, he's saying he wants to make his solution of the limbs more available to other people. So it's really it's frightening to people, because what it is maybe an entire industry might have been around producing the mediocre limbs, and maybe an entire industry might have been around the support, the sales, the marketing, forgetting, you know, like the hook thing. And then so an entire segment of the economy is basically being de facto made obsolete just because of the technology is there. Well, you know, that causes fear, that causes all that stuff. What you're looking at, Name Thora, you're looking at my stream here, named Thora. You're looking, what am I looking at? Me. You're looking at me. So what I'm saying is completion is fair game. That's the one thing. That's what I'm talking about. Is that's what especially America, and especially the new economy that we're seeing, you know, that's been around since the 50s or whatnot, when solutions become the norm. I'd say it's, what is the stream about? We're going to be doing 3D art in a minute, and Thor. So basically, I like that. What is the stream about? It's like we're moving, we're cooking here. I'm cooking, you know. So the fear is about, we want now. Okay, you didn't blow my point. It's impossible to blow my train of thought. I'm actually was reading about neurons today at Starbucks, and It's going to be impossible to blow my train of thought. I only pretend that I blew it. You blew it. So, going back to it is... Oh yeah, the fear. There's people scared, okay, I'm going to lose my job, or this industry is no longer relevant anymore, XYZ. That's just disruption. That's just like bank tellers, in the 1920s, there was tons of bank tellers. Now, kick back, 60, 70, 80 years later, dude, it's mostly ATM machines, and they have to rotate them. I see it everywhere. Online, automation, that's all a major factor. You're having a little pre-stream truck. Yes, I am. Yes, I am, but it's fine. Okay, what is my pre-stream talk? We are talking about 3D art, also society and technology today. Okay, yeah. Okay, so basically before, all right, I'm gonna go back for Nymphthora here. Okay, so I'm gonna go back. I'm going to go back. Okay. Let's go back a little bit. The main thing is before... I'm just going to go back and recap like in under 2 minutes. Technology is changing. Some people are freaked out by it. But overall, 3D art being more readily available is making it so people can make solutions at a more rapid pace. An example of this would be the idea of a guy who's developing the 3D limbs and stuff, using 3D art, and he's able to basically revolutionize the whole industry for 3D printed hands and arms and appendixes, okay? And then, oh, yeah. And then so what happened is, now I'm talking about, well, that causes disruption in the economy. But the thesis of this whole thing is completion is fair game. That's the bottom line. Where, you remember in the 80s, I don't know, you probably don't remember this in the 80s, because a lot of young people on this stream, but in the 80s there was this kind of like, let's rebel, we're going to wear punk, you have like the metal pieces in your clothing, and it's like, it was almost like, we're rebels, we're going against the grain, cause change, force change, go, that kind of a thing. Like, it's like that angsty, we're going to go against. And then that helped identify, the change from the disco era of the 70s to the 80s. That wasn't quite necessarily corporate rock, or that, it was your music defines you, all this stuff, right? That's not really fair game anymore. Okay, disruption and going against, even though it's completely viable way of self-expression, it's not optimal. So it's almost like it's still going to be another pyramid if you're trying to create wealth or create free time or create whatever by going against. There's still going to be like you're still going to burn a ton of time. You're going to need friends, like ton of connections, blah blah, to get your your look. There isn't the same types of fashion cadre communities that are going to be able to get what you want to that level. So the it's just, everything's too expensive, right? I mean, food never was this expensive. It's really, unless you're cooking at home, there's really no parity between wage labor and going out to eat. I mean, it's like you pretty much gotta like cook at home unless you're doing really, really well. So going against the grain doesn't even make sense, because you can't really, like, I remember when I was younger, we could hang out like at the mall and like just get some snacks and play cards and stuff. If I try doing that now, you get arrested for loitering, and the food's too expensive anyway, so you probably get hungry and have to go home anyway. There's no arcades anymore. Like, it's all internet based, and then we all have our little spaces, and that's okay. You know, that's an evolution. But what is fair game? I say completion is fair game. It's like, it was in that young man's every right to make that industry obsolete. Why? Because even though it causes a not necessarily unrest, but it causes like an economic disruption, um, it's hard to make a name for yourself when you are out competing against the entire world. So that's what I'm saying is, if there's something where you know what you want to do and you're creating a plan on how to do it, and it's for the greater good of society, like that 3D arm thing or whatever it is, I don't care what economic impact it has, because if it nets a positive and it's all you're doing is creating a more efficient system, a more cost-effective solution for a larger number of people, dude, that's completion is fair game. You should not feel like, oh, this is an inappropriate innovation, dude. Sorry, not when cheeseburgers cost as much as they do. Bottom line, you know, look at rent, look at all these things. So never feel like um, you have to hold back your innovations from even your own private development, open source solutions, Creative Commons, patents. Never feel like you have to hold back just because somebody else has an entire system of jobs based on X. Because if your stuff is truly inappropriate, the economy will push you out, or you'll make enemies, or whatever it is. So let the system tell you if something is inappropriate. Don't self-censor your innovations uh, before showing it to other people. That's what I'm getting at. So that being said, let's finish this spaceship. I'm gonna add some color. Definitely back up your work. Oh, that's right. I already modded this so I can listen to music, and that's another thing. Like, that being said, here comes the MMA model. Yeah, like, that being said, oh, all right. So I don't want to go too deep dive on this because I think it's actually good enough, like model wise. What do I need? No, that's not it. There we go. Let's just make it color for now. Let's make it like color cockpit blue. Oh, should I make it? Let's just make it a blue. I don't have to necessarily make it transparent. I know how to do that, but I don't really want to right now. We really want a gold for the connectors. Some type of black or something for metal for main hull. Glowing color for the engines. I want a great type of wood color for the very front. Grading from the very front. That's good for now. Let's just start adding some color. Okay, first up. I got screwdriver head metal. Let's add a gold. Wait. What's that? Oh, that one's not good. That's like the base model. That's unnecessary. That's unnecessary. That's cool. That's a nice shape. That's fine. Okay. Let's make one back up. There we go. Back up. I make so many copies, dude. That's another thing. If you look at hard drive space, you don't even have to pay for hard drive space anymore. It used to be $1 a gigabyte. Now it's like 10 cents a gigabyte or whatever. Who cares? Work the job, get the money, back up your data, back up your data, back up your data. It's not that someone's going to steal it. It's that you're going to lose it. No one's going to steal your stuff. And if they do, it means your stuff's pretty good. You should feel good about yourself. Okay. Gold. Ooh, kind of dark gold. Translucency. Mirror. Wait, we want it. Specular. Specular. What does gold specular look like? Maybe. Does this look like gold? I think this is really bad. But you know what? It's bad. Who cares? Let's just check it out anyway. This material, let's just call it dark gold. Okay. So, what I really think I should do before I think I should isolate everything that's going to be gold right now, as opposed to goldifying the polygons. Man. Yeah. Wait a minute. Slice and dice? Yeah, whatever. Oh, right, that's right. I could always take extra and then clean up later. Oh man, that's cool. Man, I love how you can just select these little faces. It's so cool. Yeah, everything that I want to make just gold in the first pass. I'm just gonna work on that right now. I just wanna just make it gold. Make it a gold till nothing. Okay. Make it gold. Right? I can't tell this is what's something I sneezed on the screen or if it's actually gold. That's this is not good. There we go. This reminds me of One Must Fall 2097. That bow down, 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 little down, down, little down. I don't know. Let's just see how this looks. Okay. P separate selection. Okay. This is gonna be gold extra test. Let's palsy. Oh, I can't see what I'm doing here. Oh, that's weird. Oh, this again. There we go. Oh, that's what you... Huh? This is... This says dark gold. That makes sense. Okay. Ooh, that looks cool. Yeah. That's fine. I'm gonna go bathroom real quick. Here, B. Definitely could go solid color. Okay. Digging the gold. Digging the gold. Now, what I should have done is, I don't know, now I gotta reselect all this crap. Could I have made this a group? It's fine. This is getting a little quiet. I want something a little bit more peppy. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Pop quiz. Skip. Yeah, this is fine. Selecting it this way. Oh, I see. I should have selected all this. Selected all of it. Cleaned up the obvious problems. Like that. Obvious. That's obvious. 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 Wrong. Obvious. 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 Okay. Now I should do this. Huh? Is this solid now? It is. Let's just cut it. Oh wait, I don't want to cut it. No, let's just. I don't know. Let's not cut it. Let's just be more subtle with it. Yeah. Because I got that other one I can repair from the other one. No big deal. Alright. There it is. Huh? Shh. Oh, I'm selecting a dupe. Try again. Tried to greet it. See, when you dupe, you gotta move. I actually had more than one dupe there. Not good. This is one of the penalties for me. This is one of the penalties of me not isolating it earlier. And because I'm gonna have to do this again. Or what if I selected it and made it as a group of polygons? That's a smart idea. Let's get a little third eye forehead out of there. What am I looking at there? And what I just select? Nope, I want that one. There we go. Now we're looking pretty clean. Okay, let's name this. Let's make this a group. So that way I don't have to do this all the time. Link. Okay, that's grab, not group. How did I get another? Skinning and armature, working with modifiers. Quickly select, edit, hide parts on mesh. Vertex group, we need this thing. Let's call this like yes! That's sick. Damn, dude. Straight up baller. Straight up Dogtown right there. Okay. Let's dupe this whole ship. Give me my group. Where's my vertex group? Select. Delete faces only. Dude, that's awesome. There it is. Boom. Okay. Space. Okay. So yeah. I got the ship without the accentuation on it. And I go select. Good. Okay. Got the gold group. I can't get access. This group. Select. Good. Dude, this is tight. So now I'll be able to split up my turrets and all that. Now, come on. What's that little black thing? What is that? Dun, 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 dun. Oh. Okay, let's just add some stuff. Hi! Hi, B Miller 076. Don't forget to follow. Follow if you want to be pals. Don't forget to follow if you want to be pals. Watch my channel every day. If I don't make a video today, then it's gonna be okay. How come this isn't showing up? Huh? Wait. Don't forget to follow if you want to be pals. Making objects every day. She really, really boop do. How come it's not showing the stuff? Okay, now this one. Let's see. Let's check it. Oh, duplication none. Duplication none. Duplication none. Boom! Oh, it's shiny. It's shiny. Let's make this a black matte. Duplication none. Duplication none. Duplication none. Duplication none. Dude. Okay. Okay. Let's create a new color. Call it mirror. Let's just call this jet black. Okay. Oh, that'd be cool. That's me. Okay. Oh, sick. Dude, this looks cool. This is Wi-Fi. Dude, dude. Is that what that is? .5 is the term. It's like not quite 3D. Hey, B Miller, should I get Demonunculus? let's get Demonunculus to follow. You ready? 2, 3, 4. Demonunculus, 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 Demonunculus. Don't forget to follow us. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So assets and stuff. Okay. So yes. 2.5. 2.5D. I have a whole list of assets that I need to make. B Miller, Demonunculus. One demand. No more singing? What? No more. Demon, I am Noctis. Demon, I am Noctis. Demon, I am Noctis. If I save it 3 times fast, will he show up in my room like a big demon summon? Demon, I am Noctis. Shabba snarfle. Snarfly pops. Okay, good enough. I thought you were going to say stop singing. And I was going to be bummed out, but I would have stopped for a follow. Dude, these headphones are falling apart. Alright. Okay, so, dude, this purple on black looks sick. I didn't even think of that. So, that looks pretty cool. Let's add a cockpit. What you call a cockpit? Dude, it's all about, Nymphora right now. Nymphora, like, saved the day here. Okay, now this, I think we can make this color look even better. Dark gold. Wait. No, it looks, I don't know. Who cares? Let's build a cockpit. The cockpit shall be... I'm just gonna choose these planes and just go with it. Oh, bro. Like Trine, but sprite based. Trine uses PhysX. I'm not going to be using PhysX on this. Not on this one. That's cool how it makes it purple when I select it. Purple pops. Okay. I'll say cockpit. Select it all. Select the cockpit. Good. Nope. Did I invert it? Nothing is selected. There we go. Oh, I need to get out of render mode. Demon-Nuculus, baby. Ah, Nymphthora's king. Nymphthora's gonna show him how it's done. Assign it. There we go. Demon-Nuculus, baby. Yeah! Okay, cock. Mr. Johnson! Mr. Johnson's back! Mr. Johnson! Mr. Johnson's back! Mr. Johnson, we made some new friends already. What's happening? Mr. Johnson's back! How'd you get down here? Mr. Johnson! How you been, Johnson? We're gonna make this cockpit different color. Call it cockpit blue. Cockpit blue. That's the way it has to be, 'cause that's the way Mr. Johnson likes it. Alright. Oh! Demonunculus, yeah, Nemothora and Demonunculus, and we just had someone else in here too, Mr. Miller 076. Mr. Johnson's in here. Mr. Johnson's gonna show how it's done. Mr. Johnson's joining the party. I'm actually thinking about just inverting the geometry of the existing cockpit and then adding this on top of it. That might look cool. But let's just see. I'm just gonna see this. This is sick. This is like really rough stuff, but you know what I'm saying? You know, it's just kind of like you get the idea about what I'm talking about. It's like Nonculist. This almost get that black with purple gives it almost like a cell shaded look. Homunculus. Yeah, from Necro from D2. Homunculus. That's right. So now I'm okay, so I like that idea for the explain the secret of the universe. Oh, this one's a little bit weird. I like this. Trust me, I'm talking to me here. I like weird, but Time and place, my friends. Clean that up. Do I make any mods for games? Most of mine are from scratch right now, but yeah, eventually I want to make stuff using Unreal Development Kit. Yeah. So most of my stuff from scratch or tutorials. There we go. Let's answer it quickly. Okay, so let's. All right. Drop, 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 drop. What am I missing? Oh, okay. You see how this is going to just give it kind of a seat kind of look, where it doesn't have to be perfect. It is giving it. Isn't it? Okay, this debate's been going on for a while. UE4 isn't free. There we go, dude. Look at that. If UE4 is free, that's fine. Geometry looks a little weird. UE4 is free? Yeah, see, UDK is... Even UDK isn't technically free if it's a commercial game, but I mean, at least you can at least get it cooking in there. Like Nimthor is like, it is. Alright, Nimthor, why don't you just tell us a story on it? I don't want to fight about it, so why don't you just tell us what's going on? It is now. And Unity, dude, a lot of people have been talking about Unity. The cool thing is like, I made a crowbar, and I imported it in Unreal 4 without even a clean UV map. Like, I had no UV map, and it imported pretty good. Dude. Edging is a little weird. I could change this edging to... See? The blue is not an issue. The gold being lo-fi isn't an issue. What is the issue? If you're looking from a designer standpoint, if you had to guess what I'm thinking right now, it's this seam. It's not that this looks like crap. From a gamer perspective, that looks like crap. I don't care. It's lo-fi. This cockpit looks like total crap. I don't care. It's lo-fi. This black stuff looks decent. Okay. It's the seam that looks the seam there looks sloppy and like not caring. So by cleaning up that seam, I think the people are going to give me more of a benefit of the doubt when I'm developing it. So to fix that seam, I'm going to add some I'm going to add some complexity, and I think it'll work out great. Because like I'm not a demanding in terms of graphics. I'm like the least demanding gamer you'll ever meet. Like I don't really care about graphics at all. But if you are gonna have graphics of any kind, it's gotta look like you put love into it. Like Masters of Magic is my favorite game of all time. Well, it's definitely up there in terms of my favorite games. And the graphics on that one are very, lo-fi, no big deal. But I don't care. And the reason why is it's all seamed properly. It all looks right. Look at that. It's going to be perfect. Okay. So now, dude, that's so cool that Unreal Engine is free now. It's crazy, actually. Okay, cockpit blue, and now we go. Let's create a new material. Let's call this rubbery cockpit seam. Right? Because a cockpit should be like, oops, that's too metallic. Speculation. There we go. Okay. Ooh, I'm having fun now. What kind of object for what? Oh, you guys are just talking about your stuff. That's fine. Okay. Okay, now let's see if I can render it out. Dude, that looks cool. It's still got a little bit of a seam though. There we go. Wait. That black looks tight. Wait, what's the problem? Oh wait. I think this looks all good. I think that kind of tightened it up. Sick. Sick. I'm gonna organize this stuff. So did Unreal switch from free, like is it free with subscription, or is it just like free and then you have to get subscription if you get over a certain amount of money, or what do you do? talking to me anymore. You can ship your game application, you pay Epic 5% if you make over 30K. That's so fat, bro. Dude, because what's sick is that I develop my stuff for Android, right? So what happens is like they used to have it that way, but then they changed it to like a monthly fee, and it's like, bro, I'm not doing another monthly thing. I already am spending every month on Creative Cloud. And so that's pretty fat. Because Unreal Engine is literally like the way to go for Android now, especially if you want to have that PhysX, right, Trinus kind of style, where you're actually having things with IK or whatever they call IK now. Alright, so I got this. Let's continue. Let's continue. Oh, 3K. Well, dude, if you're making over 3K on your mobile app, you're doing all right. All right, let's start. Let's work on the butt cheeks of this guy. Let's work on these cheeks. Okay, what do we want for the engine? Red? Like a bright. Let's make them bright red, dude, and get over this, and then move forward. New. Okay, let's make this dark. Like a. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, I completely agree, dude. Like 3K. Yeah. Like, let's say you make a new type of hammer. People pay $50 for the hammer. Okay? You pay $50 on a hammer. You don't have to pay royalties on every time you use a hammer. You give me a hammer, a drill, a bandsaw, laser cutter, torch, all these different things, then yeah, I mean, I should really be giving you some kind of cut because you're basically almost like subsidizing my whole business, baby. Hey, yo. Hey, yo. Do you guys remember the... No, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. There we go. There we go. This is not, isn't, okay. Let's take, white without a specular. Specular intensity gone. Completely matte. Completely flat. Let's see, 0.2. Now this camera's like extreme close up. Oops. This in here. What is this? There's all this stuff out of here. Oh, those are my backups. Can't remove it in edit mode. Well, I definitely. But this has got to be a. And this red. Ah, I see what that did. Oh, come on. Phew! Let's call this, Alright, Nymphora, thanks so much. Alright. Thanks so much for your help. Do the best. You know what? It's too big of a box. Oh! It's the alpha. They're just too big. That's the issue. You know what? Maybe if I made these green, it wouldn't be a big deal. Or if I signed it black. Okay. Okay, this is the problem with my vertices. It's a vertice problem, it's not a face problem. I think that's alright. That's interesting. You take the face, and then it does that. Good. I think we're clean. Let's see a side view, because that's what we're going to mostly be dealing with. I didn't know they integrated WASD for this. That's cool. What am I gonna eat? What am I gonna eat? Um, hmm. All right. I'm gonna earn my lunch. I'm gonna earn my lunch by finishing my turrets. I'm just gonna make the turrets green. Make them cheese turrets. Green turret tips. Bam! We got some green turret tips. You know what I'm saying? That's tight. It'll be like bam, 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 bam. Okay, what's next on my list? Got the cockpit, spaceship. I'm gonna just say done. Cool. All right, I'm gonna continue later today, so please follow. I'm gonna work on buttons next. Buttons and barrier next. Thanks so much for watching. Fun. Actually, should I make this my back, my let's see if I can save this as a background image. Cool. So that way I'm inspired, you know, when I go turn the computer back on. Food. Food, dude.